listening to Raconteurs News. It's 2018. I fucking said 2018, guys, instead of 2018. Like a wanker. This is live radio, people.
What the BBC tell us isn't what the government want us to believe, then just think of that and, think about who benefits, because at the bottom of everything is somebody benefiting from something somewhere. And there's one thing for sure, it fucking ain't me, and it ain't you.
And it's happening again. 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 And it's happening again.
It's down to us then to sort it out then, isn't it?
You get a dog, or a wolf, or a spider, or a snake. How can you get a snake to be the same species as a dog? It's easy. You call the species that bites you.
Weird.
That bites you.
Yeah. Right.
That bites you.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a choice. Yeah, you've got a choice.
Well, you want a punch in the face or a kick in the bollocks? So what did you want to talk about? Bollocks. Yes, Jason's bollocks. No bills of exchange.
That's how much I'm interested in fucking cricket.
Well, that's how the molecule of intelligence, would you see, believe?
Exactly.
All the thinking is.
Which one of us are you going to propose to this evening?
A lot of men who don't have sex.
Yeah.
I'm still finding new stuff in that. Like every time I listen to it, there's new stuff, man.
All the thinking is it features everybody that's been on Raconteurs of the News except you and Owen Lloyd Martin.
You don't want me on there, man, because you get a fucking channel strike straight away.
Well, that's what we're thinking, isn't it? That's all the thinking is. Hey, anyway, good evening. Welcome to Raconteurs News After Dark on a Friday. It's the 16th of December, 2022, and this time next week it'll be the day before Christmas Eve. So I don't know whether it's going to be the last one before Christmas or whether we're going to do. I'll probably do one Tuesday actually, but yeah, we're slowly getting there, aren't we? To pass that fucking milestone, so that hopefully then we can start. There's after that all that bollocks is over and done with, and on the 1st of January, I always find it a very cleansing feeling. That everything's fucking. You've got rid of all that shit behind you. There's nothing like sort of heading out in front of you apart from fucking aftermath of Christmas. So it gives you a new start as well. A new fresh, a new piece of paper, as it were. I see that fucking struck a chord with that, Jimmy. That's what you were. You struck a chord with then, didn't it? You were dumbstruck.
Well, look, you're talking Christmas, man, and I kind of don't get it. Like,
I'm actually talking about afterwards. The after it, all that is done. And
I know the aftermath, but the build up, do you know what? It's just over fucking hype. It doesn't affect me at all. None of it affects me. Although I will be going for Christmas dinner with Mum this year again. So we done that last year, but we don't do anything special, man. We don't do anything special. So it doesn't really knock a fucking think out of me, man. It actually means nothing to me. Christmas means nothing to me. New Year means nothing to me because I don't do anything special. I don't go out. I don't fucking do anything different than I normally fucking do. So I don't know what all the bollocks is about, so.
Well, it is just that, though, isn't it? It's bollocks. It's absolute fucking utter dog shit. It's utter bollocks, but never mind. It'll be over in a couple of weeks' time, and then we'll be in January. And,
Yeah.
I've always got a number of, social occasions to attend to. Stood there with a glass of champagne, sort of going, oh, Bill. Yes, the economy. Chatting with people. Small talk's good, isn't it? Fucking small talk. People are fucking small. I hate small talk, don't you?
I tell you what, yeah.
All right, this book.
I know, and you know what? I might be tempted to go out to a pub like maybe once or twice over the holiday season. I mean, I'll have to go to my usual local here and get my customary free drink, like you know. So
Yeah, that's what you want. As long, yeah, a free drink will be all right. Be all right with a free drink. Also, anyway, good evening to the people who've joined us in the chat room tonight. Spanish Chicken, hello, Paula, So South, Paula again, Kendo. Not many of you tonight. It's quite quiet tonight. I think everyone's
get Mia. Did you say Mia?
Who? Mia?
Mia.
No, I don't think so. Oh, Mia, yeah, Mia Media Mogul. Yeah, sorry. Good evening,
Yeah.
Mia. Fucking hell. Mick Ramo as well, and right at the very top there, StreamYard. And Jerry, son of Mick, as well. Good evening to all.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
Kendo.
And Kendo. Well, I just said Kendo anyway, and So South as well. I think I've mentioned everybody that's in the chat room, and all the people who aren't in the chat room, and perhaps might listen to this a little bit later on when, when they. Sometimes you just fucking watch things a bit later, don't you? You don't have to be watching. In fact, majority of people that watch this watch it, don't watch it live. So, hello to everybody there. Yeah, you don't know what you're missing. You know what you're missing there.
Yeah. I actually prefer to catch the live shows, because there's always the interaction in the chat, which adds a little bit of spice to the chat, I don't know if everybody gets to see the chat afterwards, like on Raccoons, but not every channel puts the chat that goes on like public, so I do always like to participate in the chat, because there's always loads of interest and bullshit going on in the chat, which adds a little bit of spice to the general topic of whoever is talking, or whatever the topic is,
Yeah. It's what sort of week have you had then? What sort of week has it been news-wise for you? I mean, I know you've been fucking, I don't know, digging your fucking taters and fucking, I don't know, fucking trying to get rid of mongoloid wurzels or whatever in your garden. But
actually, I dug my potatoes about 1 or 2 days into the heavy freeze because it says, right, I better get these fuckers out of the ground. I had a great harvest, by the way. It was fucking bumper crop. I got literally dug up about maybe 300 or 400 potatoes, right? So I have them all stored in a nice little box now at the moment, and they'll get used over the coming months, So I had a wonderful crop of spuds, brilliant, and got feck all digging done. There was no point doing any digging because the ground was just frozen solid. So I've done nothing. I haven't been out. It's been too fucking cold.
How cold has it been anyway where you are?
Well, we've been down to about -4, -5 most of the time, but we're still at freezing point tonight at 4 degrees C. But we're just on the cusp of warming up now, so I think the big freeze is over, and we're heading for double digits next Tuesday.
That's
apparently,
ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think on Monday. So today's minus. Yes, tomorrow's minus. I think on Monday, Saturday's minus, Sunday's minus. And then on fucking Monday, it's like 13 degrees.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
I have a date booked with the sun, and I'm going to be out sun tanning myself. I'm telling you, you can't make this up. But there's no doubt that the weather is kind of like a little bit out of sorts. But there's lots of reasons why it is so. So. But I'll tell you what, this global warming malarkey, it's fallen to pieces. We had our Taoiseach here a couple of weeks ago. About a week and a half ago, he came out on TV and he was all in a big major fucking panic about the electricity, right? He says, we're going to have power cuts now shortly because there's just not enough wind to drive the wind turbines. And I was there listening to him. So your great plan was to sort of invest in all these wind fucking turbines, and what you didn't think that there might be days when the wind didn't blow? Are you fucking that thick? It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I remember people also talking about how they were they were back powered, so that they were whenever there weren't any wind, they were powered so that it gave the impression that they were wind and that they were working. So they were actually using power to turn the turbines, which is fucking ridiculous.
They don't actually. You can't actually get those turbines moving without actually using diesel generators, and this is how fucking ridiculous this is. This whole they're the worst design you could ever fucking make. Like 3 blades, you're actually missing most of the goddamn wind that might be blowing if there was a bit of wind going around. Like, you know, but just to get them started, you have to power up these diesel generators just to get the fucking fins moving. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Tell you what. Greta, I thought Greta was stupid, but like, you know, I'll forgive her. Like, she's just a child, like, you know, but all these fucking politicians who have these fucking science advisors, I don't know who's more fucking crazy, you know. They're just fucking
well, look, it's climate changes anyway. It always has done. It's, you know, we've got it is so arrogant of humans to think that we can have such an effect on this planet. You know, I know we can. I know there's oceans, there's pollution in oceans, plastic in oceans, things like that. Now, that all I'm down with, that is sort of environmental protection, protecting those environments and getting rid of all that fucking plastic. But the fact that they, you know, if they're really so fucking really, really serious about the environment, they just ban single-use plastics overnight. And then when people go, oh, but what are we going to do with it? It's your fucking problem. We're not using them anymore. Single-use plastics gone. But they don't care about that. It's not that they don't want you to do things. They want you to change your behaviour and get less and pay more. So you get less and you fucking pay more. I mean, we had a dishwasher. When me and Danielle were first married, we got a dishwasher. It were an old one that had been on that she'd had for quite some years, and it was absolutely fucking brilliant. And it went one time. I think it broke one time. It was that good that I even fixed it. I changed the element. It was just the element that had gone in it, and I changed ordered an element, got a new element, and changed it, and it worked, and it was brilliant. You know, when it had finished, you took it out, steam had fucking pile out of it and everything, and then it'd all just be instantly dry in no time. We get a fucking new, when that goes and it's fucked, we get a new fucking dishwasher and it's shit. It's utter fucking dog shit. It's all the eco-bollocks. It's got that many fucking settings. Just wash me fucking pots, will you stupid fucking machine? But no, it's the crap, the shit.
I'd just say hello to Stewie, JJ, and Weefy Man.
Good evening, Stewie, JJ, and Weefy Man. JJ who posted a comment today saying that he'd have a look out for that thing that I was talking about before. I can't remember what it were. I do remember when.
Oh, it was an interview where you. Oh God, what the fuck was it, man? There was a particular interview. I can't remember what it was, man. It was a particular thing that you were looking for. God, what was it? But I just wanted to. We'll have to rewind and check out. But this might sound like a stupid question, right? But I was thinking to myself there as you were telling the story about the dishwasher, and I was thinking, why would you buy a dishwasher when you already have a wife?
Oh dear me. Oh. You know, the thing is, though, right? I have a wife, but she's still got to get something for Christmas. That's it. I like washing up myself. I don't mind it. I don't mind washing up myself.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it either. Mine always builds up. I usually build up a mountain of fucking shit, and then it says, "Fuck, I better do something about this. I've got no more room to pile any more shit on."
I'm quite anal. It has to be all clean and everything. So but my missus is the complete opposite, and usually if it's that's washing up, she usually puts things into soak, which means they go into hot water, and then next day when I get up next day, and it's just full of fucking cold water and dirty pots. So I just do it myself. It's such a lot more easier,
How you, David? By the way, David joined there, and Stephen. How you, Stephen?
Spanish Chicken says you could tell Jimmy's sing. Oh, yes. Oh, come on, do some fucking ironing for me, woman.
Yeah, well, I just can't think of another good reason to be keeping a pet woman. You know, it's just like,
Oh,
just
dear me. Don't worry. It's a good job when my wife's asleep, I think.
yeah. She's probably well used to me now at this fucking stage. But then again, you were saying she doesn't bother her arse listening. That's why you were confident to sport that little diamond last year. Those last week, those couple of diamonds.
Oh yeah. That the birthday present, the Christmas present.
Yeah, baby Jesus' birthday.
Yeah, good old. I wonder what Jesus was going to get for his birthday. You know, what does he want? An Xbox?
Crucifixion for birthday.
Weedy cash handy this time of year. Oh, good evening, Paula, as well. She sent me some lovely pictures earlier. Well, one of them, anyway, I could tell. And, well, a couple of them. I think I couldn't make one out. But anyway, nice pictures. Thank you for that, Paula. Send me a nice long text message as well and an email. You know, if you're unfortunate enough to have my number, you can send me a text message whenever you want, but you don't. If you don't expect to reply, you're probably not going to be disappointed. Because I do reply and I will reply, but it just takes me so fucking long, and then sometimes I forget as well. So anyway, thanks for them, Paula. And
well, you only just got that email today about like the violation that we had the last show, man. That was funny, man. That was fucking priceless. Like, yeah. And I was wondering, I was trying to fucking figure out what it was. Was it because I was taking the piss out of fucking the pangolins? Was it?
No. It was the Indians against Chinese.
I know, and I think the fucking skit I made was because the Chinese had eaten pangolin that morning. That's why they were beaten up with the Indians with sticks. Maybe the CCP took offence to it, you know.
Well, it was copyrighted, so someone's claimed copyright on it. That's all. That's what's happened. It did say on it that it's no big fucking deal. They've either put a license on it, or it's they put an advert on it, but I don't know which one it is. So if
I thought it was interesting though the way they worded it though, that like the channel that claimed the violation could possibly monetize that show, and I thought that's fucking weird. They can monetize your show. It's like, holy shit! You probably don't have any money.
That's the thing. Well, you see, I get every so often. I'll get things. In fact, I get them all the time. Emails from YouTube, and what they say is that somebody has used some of my material in their videos, right? So what it'll say is, it'll then come up with who it is, how many views it's had, how much of the video is my material, and oftentimes it's 90, 100%. So there are people out there that are ripping this video, not ripping it off the internet and then uploading it, which it don't bother me in the slightest. But I don't put. But I suppose then I could put adverts on their sites. But I mean, what's the point?
I know, it's just nuts, man.
It's crackers. I get them. There's lists and lists of them where sometimes it's guests that have been on show, and what they've done is they've downloaded the video and then uploaded it on their own. Where fucking Max Egan were a cunt for that, you know, because he were an absolute. I'm going to fucking say this. That Max Egan were an absolute cunt for it. He'd never fucking tell you where he were. He'd never tell anybody when you were getting him on his show. He wouldn't say he was going to be on someone's show. What he'd do is he'd come on show, and then we just get our regular listeners. Nobody came to see, nobody came to see Max. They didn't tell him we were going to be on live. He'd do the show, then he'd download it, and then he'd put it up on his own fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah, he'd be the right sort. He'd be the right sort of character. Like, what you should do is, like, any cunt does that to you in future, especially if they've got a big following, you monetize their channel.
Yeah. If someone
Fuck
with a
'em.
big following did, I'd fucking monetize it. I would. I'd say I'd monetize it if somebody had got like whatever. But really, for a few fucking beans, so I can, please, everybody subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button and
I know, man.
fucking death button and fucking God this and.
Do you know what? That's the most annoying two fucking phrases that I find on the internet. That like and subscribe, as if people wouldn't fucking like and subscribe if they thought your fucking shit was fucking cool. What what planet are these fucking cunts on, man? It's not fucking Mars anyway, because there's no such thing as space. So where the fuck are they going? I don't know.
All it is numbers. It's a numbers game to them. They're not bothered. All they're bothered about is how many numbers they'll get. They're not bothered about actually making anything that's fucking. Well, I suppose they are. There are people out there that do make good videos that I don't mind if it's got an advert attached to it or something like that. But there are others where I'll just turn it off if there's adverts on it. I'll just turn it off, and they also, the ones that have adverts on them and have also got a sponsor on. So halfway through they'll say, "Hey, let me just tell you about this. It's fucking it's fucking where's my fucking other one? I left it downstairs, I think. It's this fucking weird stuff here. Tell you about this. You can get this or some crypto or some fucking bollocks halfway through. And you're paying twice. And I'm not prepared to do that. Not just so that I can see who can fucking hold their hand on a fucking Lamborghini to win it for like 4 fucking days or something daft. Some daft shit. That goes on. I've fucking seen it. I don't mind watching CoffeeZilla because he does really good work. CoffeeZilla, especially on crypto stuff, he does really good work. And other scams and stuff like that. Diggs BTW, good evening. He's listening from Rumble. Is it not Rumble? Not Rumble. Well, not Rumble. What's the other one that I'm on? Fucking.
Twitter.
That one. No, what is it? It's anyway. He's listening on that one. It's that one. What's that one? Can you see that little logo?
I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's new, is it?
No, it's
Twitch. Is it Twitch?
Twitch, that's it. Yeah.
Oh.
Diggs BTW, the Twitcher. We've got a Twitcher on.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't realize you had a Twitch as well too. I still have to connect with you over on what's that one that you mentioned last week? Not Truth Social, the other one. What's the other one that you might be going live streaming on next?
Oh, Getter,
because I have been over on Getter, but I just don't use it because there's not enough people on it yet, like to warrant just fucking visiting regularly, but if we move there, I'll be a regular.
Well, obviously, yeah. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. We're moving somewhere anyway. Now now I'm fucking dug that either. I just thought it was said, I'll just give you fucking username and password and let him deal with it, because just complete fucking gibberish to me. I was looking at it and I'm thinking, God knows, I don't even know what I'm paying for.
Oh, that shit that you sent me over earlier on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I had a quick browse around. I think I know what's going on with the .com, and just to let people know that, like, Raconteurs will have its own website now very, very shortly. It's already up on. If you type just raconteursnews.co.uk into your web browser, no HTTP, no HTTP, www, or none of that shit, just raconteursnews.co.uk, you'll get to the website. And it looks like shit at the moment because there's a lot of work to be done on it, but it's there anyway. And we'll be bringing it online. Hopefully in the new year, Jay, it might be actually worth looking at then, you know. So, so we will have.
One after that one.
What's that? What's that, Jay?
I said New Year or one after that.
Yeah, it'll be a work in process, man.
We've got no deadlines to meet. We're not like, we ain't got no deadlines to meet. We ain't got no shareholders to.
By the time it's up and running, social media might be fucking sorted out. Maybe Elon Musk will buy the whole fucking lot and sort it all out, like, and save free speech.
Fucking hell.
But there is
seriously though. I know everyone's going fucking mental about it, aren't they? Everyone on Twitter.
But he's doing some very, very interesting things, right? And all these dumps that we're getting about, like how they were censoring the COVID narrative and stuff like that. Very, very interesting what's coming out, basically, and who has been censored and how they were being censored and how it was being weaponized against particular groups, particular voices. And now what we're seeing the voices that were cancelled come back into Twitter, like the likes of your Malones, your Dr. McCulloughs, all these lot. Like, remember a few months back you were saying, when are they going to turn the story upside down? Where's the twist coming? The twist is starting to come now, I think, but it's going to be weaponized in the other direction by the looks of it, because I think earlier on today, Musk fucking kicked out a load of fucking lefty loony journalists from the Washington Post and the New York Times. He kicked a load of them off for doxing him out, like, and doxing his family. And something happened with one of his children, and a few of these journalists from the New York Times, Washington Post, The Intercept, and a few places were doxing the location of the car, which was going to be on the move. They expected that, like, Musk would be in the car, but it was actually his child. And some crazy cunt ended up jumping on the bonnet of the car and going fucking nuts. So Musk is gone on the offensive now, and he kicked a load of fucking journalists, about 10 journalists off, left-wing journalists. And so we're actually seeing the weapon, the fifth generation weapon, which one of them we would call Twitter, being turned now against the left. Previously it was used on the right. Now it's been fucking inverted and used on the. It's very, very fascinating what's going on.
Yeah, from an anthropological fucking point of view as well, because all the I've been looking on it and made a few post Argentina and that sort of thing, but it's fucking weird. They're all running about like fucking headless chicken, all threatening to leave. Old Elton John's got. I mean, like, fuck's sake. I saw something the other day. It said fucking Elton John's vowed to leave Twitter, and ironically, it's because of Rocket Man.
Rocket Man? Why Rocket Man?
Well, it's a song, isn't it?
Rocket Man is Kim Jong-un from...
No, it's Elon Musk is Rocket Man. Starlink.
No, Rocket Man is Kim Jong-un.
He's got a rockets thing, hasn't he? He's got a rocket.
Yeah.
Thing making big space rockets. Space rocket cartoon things. Oh my god, this is real shit. Look, I can see it there. Look there. Can you see? You can't see. You're fucking blind as a bat. That's it there. I can see fucking space station, you idiot.
I had to laugh though, like the IIS sprung a leak there in the last, I think it was about 24 hours ago. Did you see that?
No, did someone stick the finger in it just to stop it from going?
Yeah, it was nuts. Like, I got the transcript of what fucking happened, like, but it was kind of like fucking something silly, man. The Russians got fucking drunk, right? And they ended up drinking too much vodka. And I think it was Igor, as one of the fucking cosmonauts. He opened up the window and was pissing out, right? And his friend Igor got fucking pissed off, right? And he says, "Hey, Yuri, stop! That's the Mariupol side. Stop pissing on our guys." Says, piss out this side. Kiev is this side. So
A terrible joke.
I know.
That's what it is, but in fact, I would piss travel through a vacuum.
Well,
We'll have to ask Dr. Robert that one.
yeah, but it was good. It was a good video because apparently the real story is that a micrometeorite punctured something on the Soyuz module, which is a Russian module. It is actually a Russian module where the leak sprung from. So, just in case people fucking get a little bit. I don't want to fucking lead people on. No, the boys weren't fucking pissing out the window at the fucking space station. That didn't happen. That was fucking mental. That was a joke. But anyway, apparently a micrometeorite went.
Believed it, didn't it?
Look, nothing would surprise me these fucking days. I mean, people still think that a certain fucking thing is fucking safe and effective. So nothing would fucking surprise me anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. So what's going on around world? Where's it kicking off? How are we doing in Netherlands? Any signs? I mean, we had farmers earlier on in here.
Just nothing happening. Nothing happening. I tell you what's going on in Europe, though. There's been a load of fucking ministers and stuff and high-profile fucking people arrested in Brussels. European Union ministers over corruption connected to Qatar. What the fuck's going on there, man? We haven't got all the details just yet, but whatever's been going on, they were accepting bribes from Qatar for some fucking strange reason. I was just wondering. I was thinking in my head, is it World Cup fucking shit or what the fuck's going on? But I'll see if I can get it up. I'll give you her fucking name and her fucking address. We'll dox her here and now, if we can. But the vice president, she's the vice president, and Eva Kaili, and she's I think she's a Greek, a socialist, of course, socialist Greek MEP, has been suspended by her party and from her role in Europe as well too, for money laundering and corruption. We don't have a whole lot of details yet as to what the circumstances are, but apparently, the police in Belgium done a number of raids about 4 or 5 mornings ago, and they took huge sums of money out of these apartments. And these are all people highly connected in the European Parliament. So, it makes me what the fuck is going on? I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I just thought it was a very, very interesting story, man.
Yeah. I don't know where it were. I can't remember. I was thinking about something in my head, so I weren't taking any notice. But yeah, it sounds like an interesting story. If you say it were interesting, I'm going to think it were interesting.
Yeah, I thought the Qatar connection was very, very interesting as well.
Yeah,
too.
Qatar. I mean, fucking cesspit. But it's such a long time ago. How can anybody be held accountable? Because when it 2010 or something that they were given it in about 12 years ago. So anybody that were around then, anybody who were has probably been weeded out at FIFA. After all that, when FIFA went tits up not long ago. So this EU stuff, it must be. It's got to be cover-up stuff, hasn't it? Or stuff. It's still from quite a long time ago.
It's the tip of the iceberg, I would imagine, and we've just lost Jay there for some reason. I think he probably pressed the self-destruct button there, so I'm sure he'll be back in no time at all. But yeah, this I don't even know how to pronounce her name, Kailis. They've reported they've actually declined to comment on it. There's no surprise there at all. And there was a comment here, any association of the Qatari government with the reported claims is baseless and gravely misinformed, and unnamed official told Reuters. I just love the way they used it. It's always an unnamed source, right? It's like, that's the get out of jail free card, like an
Yeah,
unnamed.
they do that all the time, don't they? Sources say,
Yeah.
or experts say, or such and such says, or a report says. No, nobody
Yeah.
ever takes any responsibility for what is being said. So you might as well just throw that away, because if nobody's taking responsibility, if nobody's owning that. Oh, I'm sorry, by the way. What I did is there was something on my screen, so I went to wipe it off, and this is a touch screen, and it just went back, just like as if I clicked back on my browser. So it disappeared.
I wasn't too far wrong. I said Jake nuked himself.
Somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fucking same. It's always been same.
But obviously there's a huge rift going on at the moment, and I don't know what it is. It's obviously coming from America, because I'm still keeping a very, very close eye on what's going on in America. And America's getting fascinating at the moment, especially with like what's been going on with Twitter. And then during the week, we also had DeSantis coming out with fucking bombshells. Have you been following DeSantis at all?
No, I've not. No. Is he still using chimneys to get into small children's bedrooms? Oh, DeSantos. Sorry, Santos.
Bad joke. I thought mine were bad, but
What can you do? Okay, I might as well can't be him joining.
Yeah, we best say hello to Tony as well, and somebody else came in there. Who else came in there? Tony and Mascara came in. Yeah. Hi guys. So, yeah, DeSantis is actually taking on Big Pharma. He launched. There was a round table there during the week, and there was a huge gathering for this round table. It was all done online, and a few docs. I think the Surgeon General from Florida was also in attendance. A guy called Ladapo, I think is his name. He's a black guy, like very, very interesting chap, very, very well spoken, very well educated, and obviously because he's the Surgeon General, so obviously like he's fairly well educated. But so basically, after this round table meeting, DeSantis announced that he's going to open a grand jury trial and hold the big pharma companies responsible for crimes. Basically, he's going after them. And I know a grand jury trial, it's not exactly a legal trial, but what happens with a grand jury trial is it opens the door for an actual proper legal trial. And this will be done in the criminal. So it's very, very interesting developments when it comes to COVID and stuff like that. So I think we're going to be seeing movements on this front over the coming months now, possibly into the new year, maybe early new year. We'll start to see some developments on this grand jury trial. But I kind of tend to believe DeSantis because he went after Disney. He went after Disney for all this wokeism, and he put a stop to the wokeism in Disney, basically in Florida. Well, not obviously like Disney were up to nefarious. They had their own sort of like personal police force, which is not really allowed, so DeSantis put a stop to that. So that's why I think like if DeSantis is saying he's going after Big Pharma, he's going after Pfizer and Moderna. Nothing about AstraZeneca, only the ones that are sort of like were being promoted in Florida. He's going to go after them, and hopefully we'll get some accountability, or maybe this will be the start of some accountability regarding the totally safe and effective snake oil.
There has to be accountability, don't there? I think everybody would agree with that. I mean, let's leave it. If he's going to go after him, let's leave it the judgment to whatever they come up with, because it doesn't matter what we think and what we say. What really matters is if he does go after him, what the outcome is, and if we believe that he's going to go in there and do an honest job and do a good investigation, then we must then take what he says at the end. We might not agree with it, but you know that's all we can do. But I just want to really skirt this issue completely. You know, the being sick, illness, that particular illness, and that particular, you know, the farmer and that sort of stuff. You know, I just want. I
For
mean, I
reason,
don't mind
yeah.
talking about sickness in general, but we're on eggshells, aren't we? We're walking on. We're like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. Speaking of Christmas films, in Die Hard, when he's in building and they shatter all.
Yeah,
glass,
but I think we're safe enough though, Jay, because we're not talking about efficacy or nothing like that.
No, we're not. No, you're right. But you know, if we're not in that garden, we can't be accused of fucking nicking off a washing line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but of course the other interesting one, we'll try to stay out of that garden, but the other interesting sort of like a kind of like a side garden to the big garden was the British MP during the fucking week, man. Well, I can't remember his name. I didn't take note of his name. He came out with a big speech there during the week about a lot of damage that was being done to people, and he was on for about half an hour. There was only 5 or 6 people in Parliament at the time listening to him. Like, you sat back and you listened to him, like, and he spoke very, very eloquently about it. Like, he knew what he was talking about, and he was talking about nothing else that we've all spoken about over the last 2.5 years, like about like how dangerous certain things can be if you. I'll say nothing more. You know, did you see that particular interview that I'm talking about?
I didn't. I did see that the MP had stood up and said something, but predictably there were no fucker in there, because you know what lazy cunts they are. They don't go to work because they just fucking what's point going to work? Jesus Christ! You know, like all your decisions are all made for you what you do, unless you're one of them lone MPs such as that bloke. But yeah, if you can dig it out, I suggest people at home dig that out, find it. It's going to be on YouTube somewhere, and it is in Parliament. So. Yeah, we'll have a listen to that.
Yeah, Stewie is after putting his name in there. Bridgen, I think is that. Yeah. And I mean, it's very, very curious what's going on. This is why it's been a good week, and why I think it's been a good week for all of us, like, because we've been. I've been through phases all through the last 2.5 years, Jay, where sometimes I just think, am I going fucking mad here? Maybe I've been on too many fucking conspiracy sites my whole fucking life, and maybe I'm just going fucking mad. Maybe all the fucking nutcases are fucking right, and I'm the fucking nutcase. So I think with what Bridgen has been coming out and talking in Parliament there the other day, and then you got DeSantis coming out, and Ladapo, the Surgeon General. And I think what we're doing, what they're doing, or what's coming out now is that, like, it's going to become more into the awareness of the population that something is just not fucking quite right here, and that perhaps we need to fucking rethink everything that we thought we fucking knew, and reassess. It's all about public awareness now, and I think with these high-profile people coming and speaking out, I think we're going to get a lot more public awareness about certain fucking issues, and this is a good thing. Like, I think this is a good fucking
we're
thing.
not getting any pushback though. This is the thing. What's happening is people are becoming aware of these issues. Like, they are, like, let's just take the what they're calling the cost of living crisis. They're calling it over here. Okay, which is like it's like they said credit crunch instead of fucking recession back in fucking day. Just to make it sound a bit better, but this is the cost of living crisis. So let's take the cost of living crisis. They're not doing anything at all. It's within their gift to be able to do anything. These caps were set in place by them. They could be reinstated, the caps, but you know for a fact, even if the Labour, let's just say Jeremy Corbyn's Labour got in, them caps still would not be returned to what they were before. So we're being done by a lot of them, but there's no pushback. They're all organised, like you say. We know that there's division between them, between these people that are trying to run the world, think that they're hard, essentially, There's division between them, but they're organised. That division stays in between them. It don't go out. It spills out. We've got a thing of spilling out and screaming instead of organising to keep, to get rid of. Which we need to organise to be more organised, but we're never going to be able to do that because of human nature. So inevitably, it's going to turn into a bloodbath, and that's what it'll do eventually. I don't know when. Might take 100 years, might take 150 years, but that's what it's going to have to be because the people aren't pushing back. People are not pushing back. They just, what they're doing is they're seeing that they're feeling helpless in their own situation instead of coming together with the neighbours and forming things and saying, right, we're going to do this, we need to do that, certain things, and these small communities then grow again. But we'll never do that because we've been alienated against each other, and everything's done on Facebook while someone's sat in the fucking pajamas. That's what they do. They're complaining on Facebook, or they're going on Facebook groups that have got beat the bailiffs written on them and all that, and they're just going on there for advice because they feel, they feel desperate. So that's what they're doing. Nobody's actually pushing back. We've been herded into this cattle. Essentially, we're cattle. That's what we are. They know every fucking, and now because we're all on social media and all pubs are closed down and nobody really socializes really truly anymore, and people are afraid of each other, people are suspicious of each other, which has all been implemented by them. So now, how are we supposed to fucking organise? We can't even decide what a woman is between us. You know what I mean? We can't decide what a woman or a man is. How to define a woman and a man? Now I don't mean us individually, but collectively. It's so easy. A woman is a woman, a man is a man. But no, we can't. We've got to fucking make that murky because there's good fucking hate to be had there because the people are going to resent the fact that they're told to call what's clearly a man a woman. Simply because that's what they want, and when they're going to resent the fact that this person won't do what they're told to do, which is what they think is socially acceptable to call them what's clearly a bloke a woman. It's just crackers. That's how mixed up. That's how much the soup has been stirred and this big fucking pot of shit that you dive into one little bit and it's fucking. You go on to another little bit. It's all fucking shit. It's all dog shit. You've got to fucking sort your fucking own life out until people can organise. Sort your life out. Make sure your world's good. The people in your world. That's what you've got to do. Because honestly, this fucking going nowhere. There'll be times I've gone through them. I've thought that. There's been times when I thought, I can probably remember back to about 2004 or something like that. And there were times when I thought, actually, you know what? The truth about what happened on 9/11 is going to come out. It was 2004. It's 2022. And all that hope that I had then and all that enthusiasm, I realised were wasted. Instead, I should have been taking notice because you always should take notice of everything. Should always know your surroundings, every little part of it. So always take notice. But as for taking part, it's mostly energy that's fucking wasted. It's mostly energy that's wasted. Look, there's 33 people sat watching this. They're here because they want to be here. Because they don't think that they're going to find any answers. They just want to sit and chat. And they like to sit and listen to us chatting. Probably only fucking normal people that they hear on for a week, some people. And that includes the fucking whole family. At least my wife knows it, thinks exactly the same what she says to me, she does. We agree on just about everything. There's only very few things we don't agree on. But I know that there's some people that don't agree on it. And that can get difficult. So it's all about balance. Don't let it destroy real things. Don't let things that aren't real destroy things in your life that are real. Because believe me, it's not real. It's just fucking bits on a computer screen or on a TV or in a newspaper in text. That's all it is. And unless you've, it's affected you yourself, in which case, then you've got first-hand experience. Again, you should be looking after yourself. Oh, yeah, 33. We've got 33 people watching.
Yeah, well, I like that comment there from Eric, that MP I was talking about, that Bridgen or whatever his name was, also used reliable sources bit in his speech. And look, I understand, like, a lot of people actually bought into the bullshit, like a lot of people did, and I think they've learned. I used to talk to people back when I used to bother, like, trying to wake people up, which is when the right time to do it, which was like about 2.5 years ago. And I was trying to tell a few people, just sit, relax, don't fucking do it, man. Just don't do it. Like, wait. And and a couple of them didn't wait. And one of them turned around to me then a few months later, and he says, "Do you know what? I'm starting to come around to your way of thinking." And this fellow, just the normal fucking dude, man, just didn't care about fucking nothing, no conspiracy theorist, nothing. So, you're saying there, Jay, that there's no pushback. Yes, there was a pushback. Those of us here in this conversation here right now, we pushed back the best way that we could. We said, fuck off. We're not fucking playing your game. That's the pushback, right? And I think enough of us did.
Pushing back wasn't my criticism. My criticism was we had no organisation. We weren't organised between us. We couldn't have just this, like, right, we've all got different ideas about different things, but we want rid of this shit. That's this system. We need rid of it. So let's all put all that other shit aside and concentrate on this one thing that we all agree on and that we all want. We want rid of this system. We want rid of this government. We want rid of the whole lot of it, the whole fucking lot, the civil service, everything. Let's start from scratch. We'll be able to do that. That people don't need fucking telling to go to work. They'll go to work because they still want to get paid, and they'll still get paid, and there'll be things to sort out. Yeah, of course they will, but we need to get rid of this shit. But we're not organised, you see. We're too petty. It's no, because you think the earth is flat. So
we've become very disinterested, haven't we, in being organised, and which was I suppose, in a sense, like, being organised was kind of like the original idea of, like, political activism and this kind of, like, collective sort of, like, people coming together and discussing the major topics. We seem to have lost that ability to discuss and debate. And what's been clear more and more this last 2.5 years was, like, you've had, like, big tech companies coming in between the conversation and stifling that conversation when people could get together. With the technology that we have, like, there's no reason why we couldn't organize a little bit better collectively. Like, the technology is there, we're all spread out, like, in a lot of ways, and we're all don't have the time to be going to meetings, at town hall meetings, but we can do this shit on fucking line quite easily, like. But it's very, very hard when you have big tech companies coming in and stepping in, like, and actually dividing the conversation and stepping in between people, and not just in groups, and also in private conversations. Like, they're also filtering stuff in private conversations. So
yeah.
It is getting quite hard. But I think the people are starting to realize this. These couple of politicians that I'm seeing stepping up right now are probably the lead front in this vanguard of, look, just getting the conversation going, and I think as soon as people realize how fucking badly they've been let down, I think they're going to want to have this conversation, because I think, like, their kids have been put in danger. Like, these are family people. Their kids have been put in danger. Their lives have been threatened, and I think they'll be fucking really angry.
I think there'll be some. I don't think there'll be enough, because I know some. I do know some. I'm in a Telegram group. Like I said before, a lot of people, sort of middle class, good job type people. This group, they all work. A lot of them work in therapy and stuff like that, and what have you. And they're seeing what are going on, pharmacists, that sort of thing. This group of people, and it's there, but it just isn't enough, it's sort of resistance is sort of there, but it just don't seem to be enough. I don't know. I think they feel powerless. People feel powerless, and why not? And why should they not? Because that's really what they are. The resistance is coming. Says I tried my local brewery. No piss up. Folks watch videos telling them it's hopeless or we're all going to die tomorrow or some other psyop. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's the truth. I do follow a few of those prepper channels, man, and I'll tell you what, I've never seen so much doom in all my fucking life. They must be making a fortune out of the doom, like if it's not nuclear war, it's fucking climate change. And if it's not climate change, it's the food crisis, which I can't fucking see it, man. Where is this fucking food crisis?
Industry, it's a fucking massive industry fear. The more fearful your population is, the more the industry is just fucking endless. You can get people to be afraid of something and they'll purchase something to protect themselves from it. Or they'll take something that's purchased on their behalf to protect them from something. Fear's a big business.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so you best make sure to have your fucking night vision fucking goggles so that you can see the enemy coming at fucking night, man. These sort of fucking cons, man. Tell you what, they're bad bastards.
Well, it's big business as well. I knew a bloke who got £46,000 in compensation because he got too scared in a haunted house at a fun fair.
They got scared in a haunted house.
Yeah.
Fuck off, man. Are you taking the piss now?
No, we got too scared.
Shit.
That's that.
Say hello. Hey, there's Resi. Resi in the chat. Hi, Resi. Who else? There was somebody else. Taz. And I thought there was somebody else joined the chat there. Say hello to the Ray Sis dance is coming. The Ray Sis dance is that's some handle. The Ray Sis dance is coming.
The Ray Sis dance is coming.
Yeah.
It's a good one, yeah. Good idea.
Anyway, hello everyone who's just joined.
Yeah. And anyone who's still here. It's fucking prepping. Look, prepping. People like prepping, don't they? They have the things. Mine's fucking cubes. Yeah, everybody just has different fucking things. People like prepping, and I've got some stuff. Get away, but I'm not like a fucking massive prepper. I think to prep, if you were going to be prepping for like the apocalypse, the best thing you could have is fags and vodka.
Yeah.
Trade it for anything, because nobody would have thought of it, right? It'll all be nicked out at fucking shops like in no time, and then you've got a big fucking stash. You could be able to get anything, a fucking Rolls Royce for a bottle of fucking Smirnoff and 20 fucking Lamberts.
We got a clarification there from Spanish. It's resistance, for fuck's sake, Jimmy, not racist. Oh, man.
Racist dance. Racist dance, yeah.
Right, now, yeah. Racist. I said racist. He's a fucking racist.
The racist dance. That they did Terry Wogan do a song like that, something like that. Okay, now. I like setting fire to things, says Paula. Re is a prefix. The resistance. See? The resistance. So I tell you what, it's just, yeah, I suppose your mind sees what he wants to. There's a racist is coming.
Honest to God, I'm not on the right for nothing, but that I think the term cis was thrown me like because that term cis was being thrown about a lot lately, like the cis male or cis female, and I had to fucking Google to go, what the fuck are all these cunts on about?
It just means like me and you're a cis male and I'm a cis male. So that's it. They're just a normal male. It's a way to marginalize normal people.
Yeah. I thought they were just calling me a fucking sissy at first. What does it fucking mean, man? Just an odd fucking term, man. I swear to God.
Yeah. It's cis male. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I mean, we want it. They can't have all letters, can they? So at least we've got. I know one's like done twice, and I suppose you could spell it both ways.
But did you know that cis also refers to gays and lesbians? Cis is anybody that's not transgender. I didn't know this, right? And I didn't know anything about cis until a couple of days ago. But anyone who's not transgender is cis, and that includes males, females, gays, and lesbians, basically.
Males and females, gays and lesbians. Okay, so
yeah,
fine, whatever. Fucking play with your fucking toys. Make whatever words up you want.
Yeah. Too right. Did you see that poor little princess that she's in fucking on life support at the moment? The princess from Thailand. Did you see her?
No. What's happened to her?
Cardiac issue. She's only 44. Fucking serious fitness, seriously into fitness and stuff like that. And on fucking life support. She's next in line for the throne.
Right. Okay.
Next in line for the throne. She's on fucking life support now at the moment. Probably just a coincidence,
Yeah. And they were fucking. It's been a terrible week. They were a fucking the building exploded in Jersey. Did you hear about that?
No.
I think 9 dead in a building just exploded on one morning.
Fucking hell.
But I don't know if they overlap, but I think the story sort of got eaten up by we had 3 young lads who fell through ice on a pond. And I think there were 3 or 4, I think, that fell through and died. So, but yeah, they were a big explosion in Jersey.
Those kids, that was an Irish story, I think. I think they were Irish kids, weren't they? Or were they
were from Solihull.
Really? Okay. I seen this headline. I was passing through a shop and I would pass by the papers as I normally do, and I just spotted the headline, and so I just assumed that it was an Irish paper. I just thought they were Irish kids. So, bloody hell, poor little things, man. Fucking hell.
I know. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, very dangerous time of the year because you think it's fucking safe, man. And
you see, we've not had this much, have we? Very much, where things have been frozen over and. It's not happened so much over the years, and we've, it's nobody gets educated. It's not like your dad will have a friend or will remember when that happened to somebody, one of his friends or before, because we don't have that. But so it's like that education thing. It's just we're losing things, aren't we?
We just don't have the climate for it here. We've always been very, very lucky, like here in the British Isles, because we have the North Atlantic drift, which keeps us fairly ice free, like most of the time. And it's only on very, very rare occasions that like it actually gets really cold that you can actually safely walk on ice over bodies of water. Like, it just doesn't happen that much,
No,
So
no, we've not had it for a long time. Bugging out says I rode around some villages earlier, and it struck me how the thing that's been lost is the village mentality we had 30 plus years ago. So the village mentality we had 30 years ago. Villages were places political ideas went to get told to fuck off. Good point. Again, it's all part of sort of separating us, isn't it, as people? People really look upon other people with suspicion. It's just the way that that society has been moulded, and it works perfectly for them.
Carry on, Jay.
No, mate.
There was a good point brought up there in the chat a little bit earlier. I can't remember who posted a comment about the pubs being closed and stuff like that, which would normally have been like the place where people would have discussed things, and then 2.5 years ago the pubs were shut down, or maybe it was 3 years ago now at this stage, but the pubs were shut down, and that was very, very convenient, because it was an ideal time, the perfect situation to keep people apart and stop them from discussing what the fuck is going on. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, of course we've had nurses on strike here as well. They were on strike yesterday, but I went for a scan yesterday. What they called ultrasound. I went for an ultrasound scan yesterday, and it was still pretty busy inside. There were a lot of people milling about and a lot of appointments, but it were. I think Western Park. It was Western Park Hospital. Someone tell me. I think it's like a private hospital that NHS use. So, but anyway, because there's quite a few of them. I had a nose job. I admit. At Claremont Hotel. It's a private Claremont Hospital, which is a private one, right? Just out of Sheffield. About 10, 15 years ago. Here we go. Weefy Man says here, I saved my mate from the ice once. I was on the bottom and pushed him up. I crawled out and fucked off home while everybody was around seeing if he was okay. That's how it's done. Nice one, mate. Nice one, Weefy Man. We did not know. Not all heroes wear capes. This one was wearing a parka and some fucking sneakers.
How the fuck did Weefy end up underneath him on the ice? That's what I want to know. Did the two fall in together, or what's the story? That's mad. That's mad.
I think they've probably gone through together, and then they were on bottom, and he's pushed his mate up and chucked him out, and then got out himself.
Must have been, yeah. That makes fucking sense.
Nice one, Weefy. I bet we're fucking cold when you got out, man. But did you take all your clothes off and roll about in snow like fucking what's his name?
It's usually actually warmer. It's usually warmer when you go into icy water, actually, Jay, because like the water does hold the temperature quite fucking well. So like it's normally warmer like inside the water than it is out in the air,
no, it's still going to kill you though, isn't it? Still freezing.
Oh yeah. Oh gotcha.
I bet Weefy Man's fucking knob were like a fucking walnut whip.
He was never so hard in his life.
There you go, Mike.
It was solid.
Fucking walnut whip, yeah. And we're out of fucking walnut though, because walnut's gone in. It's like a walnut whip without a walnut.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear. Weefy Man has a W cape, I'm sure. I didn't think of that. Why didn't I not think of that? Weefy Man has got a W on his W. I used to when I was a kid, I played for a football team, Wales would, when I was about 13, 14, 15. and I played for this football team, and we were in Sheffield Junior League or whatever. And as kit, because we were called Waleswood, there's an area of Sheffield called Waleswood, so we were called Waleswood, and the kits were fucking red with a big fucking yellow W across front. So we female would have fucking looked awesome in one of them. They were we had three. We had a red one with a yellow W. We had a blue one with a yellow W, and we had a fucking brown one with a yellow W. Fucking brown. And the brown ones were fucking so tight and it was freezing. Yeah. Always chafed your nipples. Yeah, he would have been looking. He would look good in that, wouldn't he? A Weefy man. He's fucking, yeah. And his W hat. I'm gonna have to get a Weefy man hat. Yeah, I'll get one. I'll get a Weefy man hat made.
Can I leave you driving the ship for a few minutes, Shay? While I go call on nature, man. Call on nature.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All the kids shouted wanker. It's a Spanish chicken. They fucking did. We were wanker. Weefy man says he fell in. I went over, then fell in. I just pushed him up all too quick. Nice one, Weefy man. Anyway, mate. Yeah, there's a good. How long ago was that? How old were you then? And what sort of year are we talking? Because just out of interest, because I've got fuck all to do. I've got no one to talk to now. Jimmy's gone off for a bit of a what did he say? For a shit or something. Anyway, Paula, peanuts, Brazil, chin, pecan, wall, and hazel. Yeah. Thank fuck he's gone, says mascara steak. That's becoming the new mantra. Whenever anyone leaves, anyway, this is in after chat usually, but whenever anybody leaves, someone always pops in chat like fuck he's gone or says it out loud. It's funny as fuck. Thank God he's gone. I think it were either Tony or Spanish that started it. With Dinny. I think it was Dinny went left or something like that. Anyway, there you go. I was 8 or 9. Can't swim then. 8 or 9. Fucking hell. That's anyway. Looks like it all worked out in then. Hope your mate's all right. Is he dead now? Were it worth it? You might, were he a good mate? Did he steal your girlfriend or all like that, or your spangles or something like that? You found him peeling oranges in his pocket one time. Eve used to do that. It used to be fucking terrible. We call it. Down here we call it. If someone's got like some sweets, and it's particularly when you were at school. If you got some sweets and you just have them in your inside pocket so that you didn't have to offer anybody one, and we always called it peeling oranges in your pocket. And Eve was fucking terrible for it. So. Did he do that ever? See, you learn new stuff. This is Yorkshire dialect. This is all good stuff. You can use that in your life. You could say fucking peeling oranges. Gives one of them fucking wham bars. The fucking sat there. One of them revels. Fucking peeling oranges in your pocket. You fucking tight bastard. He was terrible for it. Well, I think he may be dead. Can't remember how. Owen Pitt was his name. Ah, right, there you go. He might be dead, see? And there you go. Owen Pitt. Anybody know him? If you know Owen, or if you're watching Owen, we have got your hero here. You can broadcast from the set of Tenko. That's his dinner meat. That hanging up. How you doing, mate?
All sorted now. All sorted. Good to go for another one.
Check.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All sorted, man.
Well, as soon as you're gone, Spanish chicken.
I went back and I listened last week to what you were saying afterwards when I disappeared last week. Terrible.
What, me?
Yeah, some references to children's playgrounds and shit like that. What the fuck?
I can't remember what I said 1 week ago. No, Mascara said, there you go, said that.
Yeah.
No,
What
Miguel will go
rough.
again with the tale of how that's become a bit of a tradition. Shush everybody is back. Shitty towel drying technique. Lol. I don't get that one. Jimmy, some people want to know what that is behind you. Someone reckoned that you were on the set of Tenko and that were your mat for eating on, when you're kneeling on floor in Tenko. your food mat.
Yeah, that's my blind. That's my blind.
Oh, right, there you go.
Yeah, that's my blind, and this is my little plant here. It needs some fucking water, man. So, my house plants don't fucking do well with me.
There you go, Paula. You've got it. It's his blinds, not his air nets. Is that Jimmy's spliff rolling mat?
I'll tell you what. Imagine having a spliff that size, man. Fucking hell. I'm fucking bad enough already with just a few beers, man. I can't handle my smoke anymore. Not very well.
Yeah, it's opposite way with me. I don't do beer anymore. Booze. Although I did, over summertime, I have once or twice partaken and fell off a wagon a couple of times, but back on.
You'll have a few. You'll have a few for the final, I'd imagine. We got a French Argentina final, I believe.
Yeah, France Argentina, and I'm ready. I'm all set. I've got my. My flag's ready. Yes.
I'll tell you what. Things really blew up in France there the other day after Morocco got beaten by France, and
oh yeah, man, yeah, they were they were really good. Yeah, tell us, go on, give us a.
Well, look at the most significant thing was the little Moroccan kid, 14-year-old, getting run over by the car, basically. But like, I can't blame the motorist. They were going around with a French flag on their car, and they got attacked by a large group of Moroccans. So the car decided to exit stage left, and unfortunately, a 14-year-old child got ran over and killed. And then there was another fella was actually lucky he didn't get killed as well too. So I don't know what's going to happen to that motorist, but I can't say I'd do the very fucking same thing. I'd run over the cunts. And it's something got to do with race, but I'll tell you what, when there's a gang of fucking cunts around your car, I said, let's get out of here, the fuck.
Yeah, you've got to, man. You've got to think about, it's not worth fucking dying for, is it? And if they, if they should feel the same way, it's not worth dying for. I'm going to get out of the way of this car. So, but,
I have to say, I've not been very impressed with the Moroccan response. Right, they put English hooligans to shame. The amount of damage that they've done all across fucking Europe, all through this World Cup, it seems like everywhere they've been planted in, they've just been causing chaos. In Brussels, there was live fire on the streets from fucking guns, and stuff like that. It's just nuts, man, nuts.
No, well, see, I've not seen much of that because, like I said, I don't really follow fucking news very much. I generally tend to spend my time. I mean, today I did some stuff. I got that fucking email shit sorted out and what have you. So I was quite proud of myself today. But it's usually a fucking drag to get into my fucking into my pushchair and get motivated, especially when there's such good TV on and good telly adverts, especially around Christmas. One of them. Where you program your fucking. This is the thing, Christmas in Christmas. It's not same because they used to have TV ads for toys and stuff like that. They're not anymore. They're just for shit, utter fucking dog shit like funerals and shit like that. Or fucking, any financial products they're on.
Right, yeah.
Fucking Tonka toy adverts and and Action Man. I suppose it wouldn't be able to be Action Man anymore, but. At least it didn't have a fucking knob.
I don't see TV at all, Jay, to be honest. And the only time I'll see a TV is if I go to visit my mum, and because she has it on like quite a lot, and that's the only time I'll see a TV. So I don't know what's going on. I might hear a bit of Christmas music if I go to the supermarket, but it's like, as far as I'm concerned, like the Christmas, it might as well be fucking 2 years away already. Like, you know.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it? Next year's in 2 years. 2 years Christmas is nearly 2 years away.
I guess it's different for families, you know. It's very, very different for families and stuff like that, because it's time for coming together. Like, and that's not something that happens here with me, because like my family is thrown to the winds, like most of them, like, and so we only get to see each other once every 10 years, if we're lucky, like, and. Of course, like I'll go for dinner with Mams, but Mom doesn't celebrate Christmas like she used to. Like we'll just have a dinner and we'll just maybe share a glass of wine or something like that. That'll be about the height of it, and I will get her a present. I'll definitely get her a present, and I'll get my little nephew a little present as well too. I'm thinking about getting him a book or something like that, but I don't know what. I don't even know what he's fucking into. But it'll be simple, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
This is yeah.
It's I look. I hate Christmas. I fucking hate it. I used to work. I used to be a DJ, so every Christmas, like everyone were off work and you were working. You know, and even though like, you know, you were paid well for it, but it was still a bit of a bugbear, and I fucking really didn't like it, and especially when I got when I had kids and that. So. You know, you'd fucking Christmas Day, I'd be fucked. I'd get in at 4 o'clock in the morning and have to get up at fucking 6. You know what I mean? And things like that. So I always hated it, but you know, I do think it's a nice to be able to get together and see people you perhaps wouldn't see. You know, because my family's not that far away. My wife's family's all around here, fucking loads of them.
Yeah. I'm sure you can't wait to see your mother-in-law.
No, my mother-in-law is fine. She's lovely, and I know she watches. So, well, she might do, but I don't know about it. But anyway, yeah. But it's nice to see people you probably wouldn't see. It's probably I'll see my sister, who I hadn't seen. The last time I saw her was last Christmas. And we don't live that far apart. It's just that, you know, things happen and life gets in the way, doesn't it? So it is nice that there's a time of year where, you know, you do make an effort to go and see people. So I think it's got value in that sense. But I mean, if you're religious, if you're Webby, you know, you're gonna love it, aren't you? It's your time of year. It's like the time of year if you're a Christian. So
yeah, you'll be camped out at the local manger for the whole Christmas, man, and saying your prayers. And...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's, but apart from that, well, the only other value it brings is fucking monetary value to all these big fucking corporations and stuff. Evening, Wigan Joker. Good evening there. How are you well? That's what he always says, isn't it? Are you well?
How are you, Jimmy? Oh, good man.
Are you well, sir? Are you well, sir? Fucking no. I watched it the other night, and it didn't impress you. It didn't impress me. It was fucking brilliant.
Where was this?
That's right. It was on his show. It did an impression of Robert. It was fucking brilliant. It was doing an impression of Robert. And fucking hell, I was fucking pissing myself. I was fucking pissing myself, man. And, yeah. I think it was last night. It might have been last night.
You serious, man? I'll have to check that out, man. I'll have to check that
Oh,
out.
here we go. Let's get him on then. He says he put link up. He says. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, did an impression of Robert, and it was fucking.
I'd love to hear that. Love to hear it, man.
It was brilliant. Well, if he comes on, we'll see if we can get him to do it. But it was just, honestly, I was giggling to his head like fuck. And then I saw. I went back on later. I turned it off for a bit, and I put it back on later on. And Robert were on. Were it last night? Yeah, Jimmy.
Hi guys, would you like to buy my salve? I'm watching the salve. It's out of my own arse clippings, a Pirelli tyre, and bits of cheese from the kitchen. I'm taking orders for my salve. Send an email to kissmydildo at outlook.com. Are you all right, James? Are you all right to Mr. Jason, sir?
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. How are you?
Good, Jimmy. Oh, good.
I found out today via my analytics on YouTube. It's my channel's 16th fucking birthday.
Never.
Wow.
I've been doing this fucking stupid shit for fucking 16 years. It's mad, isn't it? When you're in the gutters of YouTube, in the back streets of YouTube, and some cunt can come on 6 months later, they've got 20 million followers, and 16 years later, I've just got 4,000 fucking anorexics following me. Salve.
Fucking hell, that's
Where is
just
it?
fucking...
Where is it tonight, Robert? Is he with one of his harem?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's probably.
Oh, it's a bit late. It's a little bit late for Robert now. It's way past his bedtime now. So
I'm down in the cellar with my cauldron, making my salve by moonlight. That's why I do make my salve by moonlight, and I put a dash of urine in it, a little bit of some old fish fingers, dog end. But I'm taking orders for myself. What's happened to Uni? Well, where's Uni?
Uni's not around.
All right.
Uni always spends Friday evening with his grandma. Okay, so
has he been sent to Coventry, or is he just having a night off?
No, he's just having a night off. He's not sent to Coventry. He's not banned from chat. So all these.
I wondered. I thought of it anyway. Yeah.
He's not banned from chat. So it's just he'll be having his. He usually sees his grandma on a Friday night. Well, on a Friday afternoon for a minute.
What have I missed? Have I missed anything?
No, not really. No, we've just been talking bollocks, really.
Talking bollocks, yeah.
That's what we've been doing. We've been sat here talking bollocks. So just,
There's no better way of spending a Friday night though than talking bollocks, really, these days, As the world burns, everybody's just fucking changing deck chairs on the Titanic, aren't they? So fucking might as well talk bollocks.
Exactly.
No, it's not that bad, Jimmy. Oh, is it?
I don't. It isn't. It's not. I fucking had my car. I had an alternator fitted to my car other week. Now a wheel bearing's fucking going. What a fucking cunt of a car! What a time! I'm sure they're living. They pick the times when to fuck up.
Yeah.
But such is life. But we'll get through it.
How old is the car? Is the car as old as your channel, by the way?
The cars are older than my fucking channel. I got an 06 plate. Does anybody know what that is? Is it 16?
06.
Actually, it's the same age as the fucking channel. Actually, 06, an old Jaguar. It's too expensive for me, James. It's fucking a guzzler. And, but it was a good idea at the time. Before the world went to shit. I bought it before fucking everything went daft.
It's all gone daft, hasn't it? It's all gone daft. Fucking... the world's just fucking insane. It's just insane. I was watching some of that FTX stuff, and it just blows my mind that got the blokes FTX as accountants were just first names. Jessica, Kevin, and Dave, and their address were in the metaverse. That was the address of the accountant. Their accountants for fucking FTX, a multi-billion-dollar company.
Crypto's in such bad shape at the minute. It's literally is a crypto winter of discontent. It is. Can it come back? I don't know if it can come back from it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, every financial market, I mean, even fiat currency, crypto, everything seems to be devalued. And if it all goes to shit, then it'll be fucking, we'll be like dealing in potatoes and fucking turnips and fucking, you can mend a wheel and fucking bartering. People need to go back to fucking having a skill to trade with the neighbour and all that shit.
Dead right, the way it should be, Jay. Because I was noticing there today, an interesting story has popped up on the radar about these crypto influencers, right? The people on YouTube who do a lot of influencing and promoting various different cryptos, and 8 of them are being taken to court. There's been complaints taken out against them. I don't know if you know any of these names here, but I'll give them out there. Perry Matlock, Edward Constantin, Thomas Cooperman, Gary Deal, Mitchell Hennessy, Stefan Havatin, and John Rybarczyk. And also Daniel Knight is also. I don't know any of them myself personally. I know a good few people who do crypto channels on YouTube, but it's very, very interesting that they're now going to be coming after the influencers, because obviously they were getting paid by certain companies to promote their products, and they were also being implicated in the pumps and the dumps and being part of that process. So very, very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I was just going to say the celebrities, there's a class action against like Tom Brady and other celebrities, Matt Damon as well. I think it's another one. There's a class action lawsuit being filed against them as well, because they were this sort of face of FTX, particularly Tom Brady. So it's a fucking old can of worms. Go on, Jim.
Isn't Matt Damon the face of Crypto.com? It was on an advert. They had this advert with Matt Damon on, and the tagline was "Fortune favors the brave."
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's just one of them, innit? It's I don't know. I think I hate this time of year. I can't fucking stand it. I think it's just fucking bullshit. I should be in a foreign country at this time of year with the sun and warmth, because it's just like so desolate.
Don't go to Thailand,
No, I'm not interested in all that weird shit. That's never been something that I've been drawn to. That. Has Webster been on tonight?
So when you start talking about weird shit, you fucking start talking about Webster.
Your lady boys are free.
Yeah. But it's interesting though. I just before the went on show there, and I just popped onto the phone and just flicked onto the news, and I hear there's another dump of €200 coming on to everybody's electric accounts over here in Ireland at the moment, and this is fucking weird, because ever since the price hikes of electricity happened here, like the price hikes have gone up about 100%, but I'm paying fucking less for my electricity and I'm still using the fucking same. And I keep on getting these fucking dumps of fucking credit. Like, I might put €20 into the fucking machine, into the meter, and next thing you know, there's fucking 200 there. And I was just thinking, holy shit, what the fuck is my meter must be broke. Maybe I should fucking call the company and tell them that the meter is broke and I'm getting too much fucking credit here, like, you know. But obviously they've been...
I think these price hikes are worse for people who've got smart meters, simply because we've got a fucking just a regular prepayment meter that they came and fucking brought door in and fucking fitted a few years ago. So we've got a prepayment meter. Now, the 67 quid or whatever it is that they send me every month, they send 67 quid. A letter comes and I go to with my key and I put 67 quid on it. I gave them this letter and they put 67 quid on my key. Like, that covers my electric. I don't pay any money. It don't cost me anything else. That's it. So I don't know whether on a smart meter it's different because it's smart meter, but that's the way to be on a normal fucking. It's not costing me anything. I'm not paying for electricity. It's just,
I'm the same. I'm the same. I'm not paying fuck all for electricity, and yet these fucking huge hikes, man. It's up about 100%. But with all these fucking, they're like, what's the airdrops? They're almost like fucking airdrops. I ended up not paying fucking anything. It's just, what the fuck is going on? It's like nuts. The gas is fucking free.
Well, he did prophesize it kind of thing, didn't he? You know, you lady boys are free in a debt-based economy.
Yeah, you can't pay your bills. You can't pay a prostitute in a debt-based economy. It's just impossible.
Unless a Serbian pimp comes over with a gun and.
Seems wet. Sorry. It's fucking.
That last joke went down the wrong way.
Yes, it seems Webby were right. Perhaps he is the Messiah. He is the Messiah. Perhaps this religion stuff is no, like, you know, he knows his stuff because he made it up, maybe. Hey,
well, like I said, Christmas apparently is Baal worship, isn't it? It's I'm not sure it's Nimrod or some ancient deity, but the 25th was the birth of is it the devil or whatever you want to call him? The I don't know, some pagan god, you know, the 25th, and so when Webster always says people who put Christmas trees up, you're not doing Jesus won't appreciate it, that, you know.
Yeah, well, I suppose you're not supposed to sort of like erect sort of like things like statues or things of worship, like people do worship their Christmas trees, and that's sort of outlawed in the Bible apparently. So if you're to go by the book, you have to be careful.
Well, Easter is named after the Babylonian fertility goddess Ishtar. Apparently, back in Babylon, Samaria, that time of year was a fuck fest where it was just all about shagging and you know, which is it's a bit better than getting a chocolate fucking egg, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm going to an orgy. What would you rather do? Get a fucking Nestle's chocolate egg or just go to an orgy? I know what I'd rather do, to be fair.
I know what they do here. Everybody goes around with a cross with ash on it in their forehead, like, you know. It's give me a fucking orgy any day of the fucking week.
Or it's doing it, or cross with chocolate on your head or something. Jerry, son of a Mick, says Jimmy always correct with the trees. A lot of people on here will be more factual about the actual mechanics of it all and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know fuck all, man. I don't like that tree.
I just see a meme on Facebook and take it as news. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the truth of the matter, though, is there's no difference between Christianity and paganism, because it was Constantine that merged Christianity and paganism together, because to unify the people in a way, like at the time, like, because so and like all the Christian festivals, they're all placed sort of ironically on the old pagan festival dates, and a lot of churches are also placed on old pagan sites, and
Yeah, I was
you
going to
know,
say that. What do you think about that? Have you done much research, Jimmy, into the Tartarian Empire?
I'm looking into it. I am. I'm not gone full on into it, like, but I have to say I'm fascinated. It's like,
I've
what the
heard
fuck happened to it?
Robert say about it and other people say about it, but churches were apparently they weren't built as places of worship. They were built as like some kind of like built with sacred geometry, and so that the buildings would vibrate in a specific manner to create frequency. You know what I mean, or energy. You know, I mean, well, the pyramids as well. When they reckon the pyramids were like one of the schools of thought is the pyramids were like fucking batteries. You know what I mean, like for generating energy kind of thing. You know, I have heard. I don't know. There's quite a few.
Yeah, there's a few odd things about the pyramids, but the Tartarian, I've seen some interesting photographs from Tartarian homes. Like we do actually have some existing photographs from those homes, and their fireplaces are very, very odd. And you look in the fireplaces that they had, like there was usually two little spires in there, and they had little cones on top of each spire, one on each side, like where you would expect to have a fire, but this was something fucking different. And they were connected with copper pipes, which went all the way up to the spires on the roof, like. And it is thought that they were able to harness the ions coming down from the atmosphere. And I don't know if you've heard anything about this.
It's all very fascinating, isn't it? Because ions, the ions in a waterfall are good for you. Have you ever stand near a waterfall that you always feel better after it because of it's madness, isn't it? You know, but the knowledge these ancient people had that we have just kind of what's been taken from. We've not lost it. It's been kind of taken from us and omitted from us. Knowing, you know, even going back to like all the Crusades where they killed all the witches. That the only reason they killed them is because of the arcane knowledge they had, you know, about everything. You know, they want that taken from.
Yeah, but they didn't throw that knowledge away, though, Jimmy. You know, that knowledge is still there, like, and it's like they're still finding it. Like there was that ancient library that was found in Tibet there up in the mountains only recently, like thousands upon thousands of manuscripts which were just hidden behind a fucking wall, and they're really fucking ancient. Like, you know, the knowledge is still there. It's just that like it's been corralled, and I think we're only catching up to where we once were. It feels like we're only catching up to where we once were, but could be wrong. Like.
No, but I reckon there was a great reset after Atlantis. The beings that was here on Atlantis was like really supreme. We're quite primitive, but after that was a reset. You know what I mean? And
yeah, after Atlantis, it was the Atlanteans that came. They arrived here on the shores of Ireland, and they would have also arrived at England then too. And that's where we got everything from. This is my understanding of how all the ancient megaliths and stuff were built here in this country. It was the Atlanteans who brought it to us, like, and they brought culture, they brought methods of farming, they brought technology, they brought all sorts of things to us, like. And so yeah, I'm convinced now. I'm totally convinced that like this is not our first time to get this advanced, and probably we're still only catching up to where we once were. That's what I think, anyway. But
well, there's loads of mad shit about Ireland. I used to be really into Michael Tessarian, and he was saying that there's pharaohs buried in Ireland. The pharaohs came over to Ireland and subversive. They found red-haired mummies in Egypt with Celtic bands on, and one of Akhenaten, the pharaohs, Akhenaten apparently was fucked off out of Egypt because he started sun worship instead of worshipping a deity. And so he ended up in Ireland. And one of his daughters, Scotia, is where the name Scotland comes from, Scotia, Scotland. And that's what that's one of So we were never taught in history that the pharaohs went to Ireland, and it's all kind of been omitted and brushed out of history. But Ireland is a very spiritual place, you know.
So is England. England is very spiritual, and
Emerald Isle, you know, isn't it?
yeah. I've been to Queen Scotia's grave or burial site back a good few years ago. Very, very interesting place. It's quite far. You have to go down a really, really awkward place into the glen where she's buried, like, you know. But I've been there, and I know there's a lot of stories as to what, like, people don't believe that she's buried there. There's a lot of controversy around whether she really is there or isn't there. Like, but I think she's there. I think she's there. It feels like it. You walk into that glen where she's buried, you can certainly feel something historical and something spiritual about the place.
Yeah, it's fascinating. That new Grange and everything, and you know, that giant causeway. Sarian reckons that's where them were Hercules' columns rather. It was some mad kind of thing, but no, it's all fascinating.
Yeah, the Giant's Causeway is very, very unique, isn't it? In a lot of ways, the formations of the stones there, it's amazing to look at. Like, it's whoa, you know. And science explains it like, oh, that's just the way certain granite rock sort of like solidifies as it as it cools. Like, is it? Oh, hold on, now, come on, that doesn't fucking make sense.
That's a fucking answer for everything, doesn't it? But they can't explain it, but they can just answer it.
Oh yeah, trust the science. Trust the science.
You should make some videos, Jim, of various things, and like, you know, on your channel. Have you got an actual YouTube channel yourself with stuff on?
I do, but I don't do fuck all with it. I used to throw off a few bits and pieces, like, but I don't bother with it that much. You know, I don't like to put myself out there that fucking much, man. It's like, I was thinking about doing a few bits of videos. Like, I was thinking about doing sort of videos about doing some mad patching on Cardinal, you know, which is a sort of a virtual analog synthesizer. I mean, it's all been done already, Jimmy. You know, it's all been done. What's left? Just for a bunch of old farts to fucking meet online and fucking talk about shit, man. And that's about.
There's nothing new under the sun, as they say in the Bible. So as long as you're enjoying what we can all sit there and go, it's all been fucking done. Let's not fucking bother. You know what I mean? But just fucking, as long as you enjoy doing it, fuck it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, like, why else would you do something unless you enjoyed it? Especially fucking, like, you know, something like this that takes up your time, but it's very good and I enjoy it. So,
I mean, I'm going to have to catch up. I've done a live stream tonight, so I'm going to be catching up on the rest of this show later on when it's finished, kind of thing, you know. So.
Oh no!
I like the Tuesdays. I like the Tuesdays and the Fridays when this is on. Really, you know.
Oh, have you seen the old non-binary fucking gingerbread folk?
No, is this a new thing?
Yeah, it's like, you know, this one. I think it's one of them fucking a bakery or something that's done non-binary gingerbread non-binary thing. I don't know.
The thing is, that bakery couldn't give a fuck about fucking non-binary fuckers. But they see a fucking market.
Yeah, they see an opportunity. It's not even a market. They see an opportunity to get a name somewhere.
Sainsbury's in August. We support Pride, and you know, do you think Sainsbury's would give a fuck? If the Nazis came to power, Sainsbury's would have swastikas all over the fucking wall.
Exactly.
We support the Third Reich. Come and buy your fucking bread, you cunts. You know what I mean? And all these gays going saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy some tuna fish, and I'm in Sainsbury's to support me. Fill me fucking trolley and fuck off." But they don't realise it's just fucking these big businesses. They just see a fucking opportunity and
gingerbread persons. In fact, you know what? I might fucking go into one and say, "Can I have a gingerbread man?" And they'll give me a gingerbread man, and I'll get it out, and I'll say, "This is not a gingerbread man. It's not even got a knob. Where's his knob?"
Is it not gingerist though? There'll be some fucker come out of woodwork like, you know. There were one of these fucking red spectacle wearing cunts coming out complaining about it, like, you know what I mean, and saying that the gingerbread, it's disrespectful to single mothers. You know,
I'd like a gingerbread cis man, please.
well, it's did you ever think you'd live in a fucking world that was basically a fucking nut house? Really?
It is, isn't it? It's a nut house on wheels.
I made this fucking TikTok ages ago, and I said, the 1970s, there was a joke saying, doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains. And the punchline is the doctor says, well, pull yourself together. If that fucking doctor said, if someone went into a doctor's office now and says, I identify as a pair of curtains, and the doctor says, pull yourself together, the doctor would be struck off. There'd be a fucking inquiry. It'd be all over the newspapers. And the fucking pair of curtains cunt would probably get 150 grand in fucking damages and be on counselling and fucking Prozac for the rest of his fucking life. Or Febreze.
It's a fucking loony bin, Jim.
You know,
Gyms. It's a fucking.
That's it now. You know, I identify as a fucking washing machine.
But isn't it great though? I'm totally enjoying it, man. You know, I used to have to fucking spend most of my fucking wasted hours over the last, say, 20 years having to go to conspiracy sites to fucking read about shit that's actually happening in real time now in real fucking life, man. I think this is fucking great, man. It's a comedy show. I have to laugh. Everything I read, everything I fucking see, it's just like, holy shit, you couldn't make this up. Fucking brilliant.
The elites must be equally rubbing their hands and pissing the sides at all those stupid cunts fucking you know what's going on down below in fucking shitland. It really must. You know,
They must be pissing the pants. They must be fucking pissing the pants.
Tell them this. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah, tell them that.
Put this out now. You know, you can get a fucking stroke by changing a duvet.
Oh, what were it other day? Fucking seeing Santa could bring on you know, heart problems in kids, children. Seeing Santa.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you see,
it's ridiculous.
unfortunately for these fuckers is that the writing's on the wall, like, and they're trying to explain all these fucking odd sort of happenings on sort of like all sorts of like nonsensical fucking reasons why somebody might have this sudden kick in the bucket or whatever, you know. It's like the writing's on the fucking wall for them, like, and it's not fucking working. And there's going to be a price to be paid for this, and I don't know who it is that's going to be paying the price in the end. But
Did you see that? Did you see that fucking drag queen thing where it had got like fucking tits out in front of kids?
yeah,
Tits,
Yeah.
you know, tits are out. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! They screamed the fucking place down to get fucking Page 3 out at Sun, which you didn't have to buy. And you certainly didn't show you certainly didn't encourage your kids to look at it, even though they probably did when they when they had a son.
The sad thing is, I mean, kids now, most of the parents just can't be arsed with them. Sit them on rug with a tablet, and these kids are looking at all kinds of fucking shit. And even if the nice kids aren't, they go to school and there's some kid whose parents don't give a fuck about him. And he's watching videos of people getting their head cut off and fucking porn. And they're telling the other kids. And so the children have lost their innocence now, a lot of them, sadly, because of the internet and giving it to kids. It's a fucking gateway to fucking oblivion, isn't it? They're all playing Grand Theft Auto where they're killing prostitutes and smashing dogs' fucking heads in. And you know what I mean? And when we had fucking Atari, they're batting a fucking ball. You know, that was satanic. That's as satanic as we fucking got, you know what I mean? A fucking Space Invaders, but now it's
So what they do is they're basically children in an adult-dominated world where there are predatory adults, and there are all sorts of adults. But it's an adult. They've got to learn to grow up really quickly, and they grow up in the wrong way. They grow up to try to be like the people that they idolize, and it's a fucking joke. You know, it'd probably be fucking impossible But keeping your kids off the fucking internet, at least until that, you know, till the 13th in the teens, is fucking. I don't know. I mean, I think perhaps Amish have got it right. You know, don't have fuck all. Just go out on your fucking horse and cart and fucking grab some hay and what have you.
It's hard to keep them. It's hard to keep them off the internet though when they've all got smartphones. And I just wanted to mention something here now. Now that we're talking about fucking internet and Wi-Fi and shit like that. Since I got this new PC now, I've been able to switch off the Wi-Fi. Do you know what? I feel so much fucking better since I switched off the goddamn Wi-Fi. I'm sleeping better now, but my sleeping pattern is coming back. I don't wake up feeling like fucking hungover or feeling really fucking fucked up. And I still have my few drinks at night, so it's not the drink. The fucking Wi-Fi has been fucking my fucking head up. I swear to God. And since I turned it off,
Jim, I've turned my Wi-Fi off at night for fucking years. And I would, if anybody has problems sleeping, one of the first things I said to people is turn your Wi-Fi off. And a lot of people look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. But if anybody in chat is having problems sleeping, one of the first things I do is just turn your Wi-Fi off. And then if that doesn't work, just look at other things, you know. You go to the Clive de Carle routes of magnesium and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. I'm noticing the difference, Jimmy. You know, big difference.
Oh yeah, it's frequency, and it's a frequency that doesn't work well with our frequency. Well, you know what I mean. And obviously, there's only been a couple of times I've woke up at middle of night unsettled, and on those occasions I'd left my Wi-Fi on. You know what I mean? So it does. People might think you're bananas, but you know, I can't do an impression of Clive de Carle. Resi Chew says, "Can I do an impression?" I'm not fucking Brian Connolly. I can't do
Brian Connolly.
I can't do impression.
Yeah.
Roberts is easy at myself.
But I'll tell you what. While we're talking about Clive de Carle, and he done that wonderful show with Robert there about 2 weeks ago. And if anybody hasn't checked it out, you really should fucking check it out. But has anybody become aware of this new study that's going on here in England? Well, not here in England. Obviously, I'm fucking not in England, but they're going to be giving ketamine to people to get them off fucking alcohol, basically. And brand new trial, new stuff coming out, and apparently they're getting great results with ketamine and getting people fucking unaddicted from alcohol. Anybody heard about that?
I have actually. One of my mates mentioned it, kind of thing, but yeah, interesting.
No, the key to alcohol is realizing, right, that all that shit about it being difficult to get off is a load of bollocks. It's bollocks fed to you so that you need fucking services to help you. That's all it is. If you have that mindset, you know that it's bollocks. It's easy. Just stop.
Addiction, like cancer, is a business.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people who rely on junkies and pissheads, and you know what I mean. There's a lot of people. It makes them money selling the tablets, and the counsellors and the doctors who specialise in it. You know, it's all business, isn't it? Sickness is a business. You know what I mean, and that's what they want everybody. That's why most of the food outlets you go in any town just sell you bad food, so you'll fall until eventually you'll become sick, and then you'll need the tablets, and then them tablets will make you sick. So they'll give you tablets for the side effects, the tablets that make you, you know, and the beat goes on.
Yeah.
You die.
I were at, I've told this story before on the show, but it was a long time ago. But a few years ago, when he was 10, my stepson, Connor, he became ill and he got diabetes, type 1 diabetes. He was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So, as you can imagine, when you're parents, there's a lot of things that you need to know. So we went along to this thing, and I was sat in this room. So what I did is I took him along, and he went into this room, and they were showing him how to inject himself and how to do that sort of thing. And then they got adults in another room with who were parents, and the blokes telling us all about what we can expect and yada yada and what to do, and telling us that there's never going to, because he were a diabetic himself. He says when I got diagnosed, I always thought that there'd be a cure, but there'll never be a cure. Yeah, all this yada yada yada, and he says he said it used to be insulin. He used to get insulin from pigs, but now they make synthetic insulin. And he says, but people are still working on a cure to try and cure, the diabetes. And I said, well, why? I asked the question. I said, well, if the people who are looking into curing diabetes, if they're the people that are making the synthetic insulin, why are they going to discover something that's going to cut the business off altogether?
Yeah.
They're not going to do that, are they?
No.
And the bloke who was sat next to me said, well, I'd never thought of it like that. But yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
And the whole group worked, and it was this bloke.
Yeah.
We just stood there. Mark Denial, his name were. I remember him.
I mean, it's better. I've ordered some magnesium. I've not ordered some off Clive de Carle at the moment because it's a bit pricey. But fair play, I'm not dissing. I get you get what you pay for. But I will eventually get some of the stuff off him. But I've started eating better and stuff, and you don't realise, but it is food. Food is everything, and supplementation is everything to health. You know what I mean? And if you do look after that, you look after your diet, your supplementation, but 9 times out of 10 you'll be all right. But it's just if you're eating shit and just living a bad lifestyle, it will catch up with you. And when you're getting older, you're more likely for it to catch up with you. You know.
Yeah.
Well, people like him, the system hates people like Clive de Carle and like Dr. Sebi, he went to court, didn't he? And he proved in court that he could cure cancer and AIDS with food, and he died shortly after. You know, surprise. But loads of these holistic doctors have been fucking murdered, and so the system hates people like Clive de Carle who are telling people, yeah, you can be cured with, without the use of going to the doctor and getting a shopping bag full of fucking rat poison,
Yeah, but I hate the word cure.
I'm seeing a change coming now. I'm seeing a fucking change coming now very shortly. Once all this fucking truth about the bullshit that we've been through now, the gaslighting for the last 2.5, 3 years, starts to really come out, I'm going to see it. I've seen a change coming in the whole way medicine is delivered, and I could be wrong, but I'm seeing positive things coming in the future. I'm seeing new cures coming out. I'm seeing new ways of treating things, and I think people are going to see. I think people are seeing now what's been done to them, and I think they're going to be asking a lot of questions about all these things that they're putting into their children's arms, and I think that's going to be coming out now as well shortly too. So I'm very, very positive to going forward. I know it's been dark for a couple of years, but
you've got to be positive, though, haven't you? Got to be.
Yeah.
You can't be else. You're positive or you die. Simple as.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, but all these people
I struggle with my mind, I'm kind of awash with negativity. I do fucking struggle finding the positive in things, but I don't. One thing I've got going for myself is, although my head's in fucking pieces, I could quite easily go to doctors and go on citalopram and sertraline, and I just fucking deal with life straight-headed, instead of taking tablets and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't believe in antidepressants as a thing, because in Middle Ages onwards, nobody had fucking Prozac, did they? Or shit for get through. You just fucking got on with it, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's each to their own, isn't it? If people think that medications can help them.
Yeah, I get that, but for me personally, it's just.
It's same for me, Jim. I wouldn't. I'd never and you know, I've had times when I've been fucking really down, and I've always, whenever they've asked me, it's always offer of a medicine. You know, whenever I've felt the need, which I hadn't for a long time, but whenever I've felt need, I always felt that they were pushing me towards medicating rather than, because I used to say, look, I'd just like someone just to sit and talk to, you know, that some counselling, some face-to-face counselling, that'd probably help. But you know, but I won't go for medicine. But I never got any face-to-face fucking counselling or fuck all. So
you know what? They sent me for CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, and I said to the guy, sorry, it's a guy, Robert. I said to the bloke, I said, look, I think this is all shit. Can we just talk? And we ended up just talking about comedy and cars and women, whatever it was. And you know what? I got so much more out of that than some wanky fucking system somebody's devised. You know what I mean? Saying, yeah, you rub your head every time you press, you'll be okay. You know what I mean? Carry the beans in your pocket, and when you feel the anxiety coming on, squeeze the beans. But instead, we just talk. So that's what in olden days. That's what we had. You had a family. You had a strong family unit. And if somebody had a fucking grievance, you go and see your grandma or your uncle, and you go and talk. But as the family unit fell away, we don't have these. So a lot of people don't have the luxury of that. So these fucking quacks came in to say, "Oh, we can make money out of this. Let's fucking get some people they can talk to and some fucking beads on." And, you know what I mean? Just fucking talk shit. But that's all it is. People, if you talk and reach out to people, you know, 9 times out of 10, you don't need all this fucking shit.
No,
Matt.
you don't. Well,
I remember I went through a phase of those antipsychotics, but that was back in the days when I was a raving mad fucking junkie, right? And the only reason was to get more fucked, but the worst ones I ever fucking came across were the ones that you took, and you couldn't get a fucking horn anymore, right? You know what? What's the fucking point taking something that's supposed to be? You can't get it up anymore. What's the fucking point?
You can't must be on them now. Nobody's told me though.
Fucking hell. Old antipsychotic there. That's what we should call him from now on, antipsychotic.
Your horn is free. Martin Redding's coming. One of my lot. He speaking of antipsychotics. Hello, Martin.
Hey, good man, Martin. Long time, man. Martin's
he's a very intellectual fella. He's a good conversationalist.
Yeah, he's great when it comes to history. He's pretty good historian. I think some of the times I've heard him, pretty good, man.
I think he's a national treasure of England. I think he's kind of like Charles Artery or Kenneth Williams.
There you go. Here. Just as we're about to finish, because we've gone 2 hours. We're only going an hour and a half on a Friday.
Sorry, I've fucking.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It was good. It's good.
No. He says intellectual knobhead.
Yeah. Yeah. His account was deleted by YouTube. Apparently, there you go. So
and there's Alan
YouTube sticker him.
Alan McVicker as well. That's another one of your channel members too, isn't it, Jimmy?
No, Alan's been.
I don't recall that name, sir, but
no, Alan's been coming here for years.
I used to see Beziri Bob. I can't fucking pronounce it. Beziri Bob, or what the fuck? I fucking say it.
Bieber Rebozo.
Yeah, but I piss people off, so they all fuck off. So it's one of them. I don't blame them. You know, I have my bedside manner as a chat host isn't the fucking best. No. But,
right, lads. Right, let's say au revoir or bonjour or whatever you want to say.
Right, I'm going to be off now.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Thanks for having me. Goodbye, raconteurs. Don't forget to buy my salve.
Yeah, he's got a special semen insert and a HIV-1 and HIV-2 insert as well.
It'll fucking kill me when it's easy. I'll be getting voice notes tomorrow on fucking the Telegram.
Don't worry, it'll be about 9:30 in the morning. You'll probably still be asleep. You'll be all right.
How dare you disrespect my salve, you fat. See you later.
See you later, Jim.
See you later, Jimmy. We're going to get Jason. We're going to get killed.
We are. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, listen. That's it. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll do Tuesday definitely. We'll be back on Tuesday, and just be same old nonsense. We might put something. I might put something together. I might do a quiz, and I'm thinking about spending a day sitting here on this machine and just pulling clips from this year. I think that might be a half decent, something for laugh. So I might have to listen to. It might not probably happen because I'd have to listen to it all, and and my concentration is terrible. So, but we'll do something anyway. We're on Tuesday. Defo. World Cup final. Come on, Argentina.
Is that Tuesday? Is that Tuesday?
No, it's Sunday.
Okay. Well, I'll just take an opportunity to say goodbye to everyone. It's been wonderful. Cheers, Jimmy O, as well. Excellent having you on. Love the jokes.
No after show tonight. I'm fucked. I want to go to bed, to be honest with you. So I don't know what you feel. Are you feeling?
I'm the same, Jay. I'm because my sleeping pattern is coming back since I switched the Wi-Fi off. My sleeping pattern is coming fucking back, man. I'm waking up now at 6:30 in the morning, and I was actually tired about just before the show. I was actually tired, man. It's like that. So I'm going to pass on an after show as well too.
All right. Okay. So there you go. There you have it.
For now, until I build up to getting back into having a normal routine.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. We'll have one. We'll have one soon. But just not today. We've gone on for 2 hours as well. We've gone over what we normally do. So, by about 45 minutes. So anyway, thank you to everybody who's in the chat room. Thanks to everyone who's been listening, who's not been in the chat room, and thank you to everyone who's going to listen afterwards. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I wish you peace and everything that you desire, your heart desires, that your heart really desires. Take it easy. I'll see you.